and today we're going to be doing a yoga class. If at any point you feel dizzy or uncomfortable or you become lightheaded, please come out of the pose. Take child's pose, find a standing pose or a seated pose, whatever you need in the moment. Grab some water. When you're ready, feel free to join us again. And we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start by finding our breathing in a comfortable seated position. Resting your hands either palms up or palms down on your knees. Rolling the shoulders back, down the spine, sitting up nice and tall. Floating the eyes closed. Just start by becoming aware of your breathing. Is it fast or slow? Is it deep or shallow? If you'd like, you can set an intention for this practice today. It could be a word or a phrase, something you would either like to get out of this practice today, or something you need to get through the rest of this week. And we're going to begin to deepen our breathing with each inhale, filling up your chest. And then pushing the air down into your belly, feeling your belly rise as it fills with air. And then with each exhale, pressing the air out of your belly, back into your chest. And then pressing the air out of your chest, expelling it into the atmosphere, along with any stress or tension you may be holding in your body. This is the breathing pattern we will be using throughout practice today. When you're ready, feel free to float your eyes open or you can leave them closed. We're just going to drop our head, stacking the left ear over the left shoulder. If you'd like, you can deepen the stretch, adding gentle pressure to the top of your head. You can also walk out the opposite hand. Inhale back to the center. Exhaling over to the other side. Again, adding one or both arms. And inhale back to the center. Exhale, walking one arm out to the side. You can either stay on your hand or drop it down to your elbow, either on the mat or on the block. Extending over with the opposite arm. Keeping the both hips planted on the ground. And inhale back to the center. Exhale down to the other side. Inhale back. Taking one arm, bring it to your opposite knee. Left hand goes behind your back, about 6 inches behind your tailbone, pulling towards your back shoulder for a seated spinal twist. And inhale back to the center. Rotate as you exhale to the other side. And inhale back to the center, coming into child's pose. You can either come with open knees or closed knees, whatever your preference is. You can walk your hands out, pressing your forehead into the ground. And we're gonna walk our fingertips forward just a little bit so we feel a stretch in our shoulders and our back. And go ahead and inhale up into tabletop, stacking your shoulder over your wrist, hip over your knee. And we're going to inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chin into cow. Exhale, arching the back, tucking the chin into the chest for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Feel free to repeat this at your own pace, with your own breath cycle. On your next exhale, return to a neutral spine. Taking one hand, spread it behind your other hand, set your shoulder on the ground. Reach your left arm forward, coming in to thread the needle. And go ahead and plant your top hand, coming back into tabletop. Take the left hand, thread it behind the right this time. Coming in to thread the needle on the other side. And go ahead and plant your top hand, returning to tabletop. And we're going to tuck the toes, sending the hips up into a half downward dog, keeping the knees bent. Inhale, drop the knees to the mat, coming into a half plank. Exhale, half downward dog. Inhale, half plank. Exhale, repeat this at your own pace with your own breath cycle. As many times as you want. When you're ready, on your next exhale, extend into a full downward dog, lifting the hips towards the ceiling. Feel free to walk your dog out, sending one heel down, bending the opposite knee. And go ahead and rock it forward, meeting your feet to your hands. Into a forward fold. And go ahead and inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. And we're going to go into our sun salutation, starting with sun salutation A in mountain pose. For mountain pose, you're going to have both toes together, heels about 1 inch apart, or you can separate your toes, have both of your feet about 1 inch or 2 apart, whatever you're most comfortable with. And we're going to bring our kneecaps up into our thighs to engage our quads, engage the glutes. Pull the belly button up into the rib cage to engage your core. Rotate your shoulders back, palms facing forward, chin slightly elevated. And inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back into a plank. And lower down as you exhale for chaturanga. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips back into downward dog. Inhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. back into chair. Rotating your hips so that your tailbone is in line with your spine. Lift the chest a little bit higher. And exhale, forward fold. If you have a block, feel free to use it to bring the ground closer to your hands. You can also place a slight bend in your knees. And we're going to inhale halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back into plank. Exhale, lowering down into chaturanga, keeping the elbows into the rib cage. Inhale up for cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips back into downward dog. Inhale the left leg up to three-legged dog. Exhale, sending it in the middle of your hands. Drop your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms up for warrior one. Make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. You can see your toe on the big toe on the inside of your knee. Rotate your hips so that they're square to the front of your mat. And exhale, plant the hands, stepping back into plank, lowering down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale the right leg up to three-legged dog. Exhale, sending it between the hands. Drop your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back into plank, lowering down. Inhaling up. Exhaling up. And inhale, walk your feet up to meet the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale, sweeping your arms up, sending your hips back in the chair one more time. Exhale, standing up, bringing hands to heart center. Okay, now we're going to go through our main flow of the day, starting in mountain pose. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, stepping back into plank. Lowering down to chaturanga. Inhale up for cobra. Exhale, sending the hips back into downward dog. And we're going to drop our knees down to the mat, coming into tabletop pose. You want to make sure you're really grounding through your thumb and index finger, your knees, and your feet, tops of your feet, because we're going to take our right leg and left arm. We're going to lift them up into bird dog. Keep your core tight, make sure your belly doesn't drop. Leg out to the side. Coming into gate pose, we're going to walk the same arm down your leg. Inhale the left arm over. As you extend, make sure you're not putting pressure on your knee. You can also use a block for your hand here if you'd like. And go ahead and bring your extended leg forward to bend it into a flow one. We're going to go ahead and plant our left hand on the mat. Tuck your back toe. Send it up into a hard line. Inhale the right hand out over ball high line. And go ahead and exhale that hand back down to the mat. And we're going to come back into tabletop. Lifting up the opposite arm and leg. So this time the right leg, or left leg, right arm. Hold it here for as long as you'd like. Then you're going to walk yourself up into gate, this time with your left leg extended. Reaching over. And inhale up, bringing your leg forward into a low lunge. Plant your right hand on the mat this time. Tuck your toes, send it up into a high lunge. Inhale the left arm up. Make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. You want to make sure this bottom wrist is stacked in line with your shoulder. Keeping that chest nice and open. And exhale back down. Coming into plank. Send it up and downward dog. And inhale, walking through that to your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Arms go back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're going to do a balance pose real quick. So today we're going to do tree pose. You're going to start on your left leg. Just start by balancing really quick, picking your toes up off the ground. You want to focus on the four corners of your foot. So the two outer balls of your feet, two outer sides of your heel, and the two outer balls of your feet. Once you've found your balance there, keeping this knee bent, you're going to want to spread your toes out, gripping them into the ground like you're growing roots. Take your elevated leg and you're going to rotate your knee to the side, pressing your foot against your ankle or your calf or your thigh. Whatever your balance needs today. Once you've found your balance, go ahead and grow those branches. If you'd like, you can also add some movement, either swaying your arms in the breeze like branches, or you can add some circles with your breathing, inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down. Feel free to mix it up. Alright, go ahead and let your foot drop down to the mat again. Switching sides, go ahead. Go through the motions as you need to. Balancing on the four corners of your foot. Growing those branches, or those roots, sorry. With your toes. Bringing up your leg to wherever it needs to be. Growing those branches when you're ready. If you're having trouble balancing, you can either place the opposite arm that you are of the leg you are balancing on. So if you're balancing, if you're balancing on your right leg, you want to use your right hand and your belly button. It also helps if you press your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot so you can balance, finding the midline of your body. You can also look at a point just above your eye level that's not moving. And we're going to go ahead and drop the foot back to the mat, coming into our cool down. Starting in mountain pose, we're going to inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, into plank. And we're going to exhale into downward dog. Inhale the left leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale to the outside of your left hand. Drop your back knee to the ground, coming into lizard. You can either stay on your hands or come down to your elbow. Wherever you are, make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. Foot walks out to the side of your mat if you find that your knee is going to be outside of your foot. Go ahead and walk yourself back up to your hands, and then walk your foot to your opposite hand, dropping your knee to the inside of your left hand. You want to make sure you have your weight evenly distributed between both of your hips. You're not sitting on one or the other. And then you're going to forward fold over into pigeon whenever you're ready. If you need some extra support, you can take a block and place it under your front hip. When you're ready, go ahead and walk yourself back up to your hands. Tuck your back toe, lift your knee, send it into downward dog. Inhale the right leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale to the outside of your right hand. Drop your knee to the mat, coming into lizard wherever you need to be. bring your feet back into your arms, into your chest. Float your right leg down to the mat, keeping your left knee in. And then let your left knee fall to the right side of your body, bringing your arms out to T for a supine twist. Go ahead and bring your knee back in. Give it one last hug before floating it down to the mat. Bring your opposite knee in, give it a hug, and then let it fall to the other side of your body. Opening our arms up to T, keeping your right shoulder planted on the ground. Your knee does not have to fall all the way to the ground to get a good stretch. The most significant part of this pose is making sure your shoulders stay planted. Go ahead and bring your knee back into your chest. Give it one last hug. And then float it down to your mat as you float your eyes closed, coming into Shavasana for final relaxation. Scan your body from head to toe, releasing any tension you may have left in your body. Relax your shoulders and your arms. Relax your wrists and your fingers. And relax your neck and your face. Allowing your mind to clear itself of all thoughts. If you have a thought, acknowledge it and let it pass. Focusing only on your breathing. Slowly begin to awaken your body, moving your fingers and your toes, rolling your wrists and your ankles. And when you're ready, roll over onto your favorite side. When you're ready, slowly push yourself up into a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed, bringing your hands to heart center. Take a second to recall that intention you set at the beginning of practice today. If it was something you wanted to get out of this class, ask yourself if you got it. If If it was something you needed to get through this week, check in with yourself every day. Make sure you're achieving it. Lastly, thank your body for allowing you to do this practice today.